Did you all know that Saul was a handsome man? Because it's written in 1 Samuel chapter 9, verse 2, Kish had a son named Saul, as handsome as a young man could be found anywhere in Israel. Personally, I wasn't familiar with his game like this. What do you mean? Hi, everyone, and welcome back to my podcast. I am Dr. Hope Karaoke, and you're listening or watching Rock of Ages podcast. So I had something on my chest today, and it comes from the book of Samuel, chapter 9, and it's a story of how Saul was anointed by Samuel. I wanted to read the KJV, but for better understanding and so that you guys get where I came from with this whole thing, we will read Saul's origin story. There was a Benjamite, a man of standing, whose name was Kish, son of Abiel, the son of Zerah, the son of Bechorath, the son of Aphia of Benjamin. Kish had a son named Saul, as handsome a young man as could be found anywhere in Israel, and he was a head taller than anyone else. Now the donkeys belonging to Saul's father Kish were lost. And Kish said to his son Saul, "Take one of the servants with you and go look for the donkeys." So he passed through the hill country of Ephraim and through the area of around Shalisha, but they did not find them. They went on into the district of Shalim, but the donkeys were not there. Then he passed through the territory of Benjamin, but they did not find them. When they reached the district of Zoph, Saul said to the servant who was with him, "Come, let's go back, or my father will stop thinking about the donkeys and start worrying about us." But the servant replied, "Look, in this town there's a man of God. He is highly respected, and everything he says comes true. Let's go there now. Perhaps he will tell us the way to take." Saul said to his servant, "If we go, what can we give the man? The food in our sacks is gone. We have no gift to take to the man of God. What do we have?" The servant answered him again, saying, "Look," he said, "I have a quarter shekel of silver. I will give it to the man of God so that he will tell us what way to take." Formerly, in Israel, if someone went to inquire of God, they would say, "Come, let us go to the seer," because the prophet of today used to be called a seer. Verse 10, "Good," Saul said to the servant. "Come, let's go." So they set out for the town where the man of God was. So, verse 11, as they were going up to the hill to the town, they met some young women coming out to draw water. And they asked them, Is the seer here?" "He is," they answered. "He's ahead of you. Hurry now. He just come to our town today, for the people have a sacrifice at the high place. As soon as you enter the town, you will find him. Before he goes up to the high place to eat, the people will not begin eating until he comes." Turns out I've been out of focus for the most. I've read the whole of chapter 1 Samuel chapter 9. So basically, the book of 1 Samuel chapter 9 talks about the story of Saul and Samuel and how they met. Yeah, so basically, Saul's dad has lost his donkeys. And this is where the title of the video, "The Donkeys Have Served Their Purpose." So Saul and the servant set out to look for his father's donkeys. However, do you know, these donkeys were just what do I call it? They were a season. Them being sent out to look for the donkeys, it was just preparation, how God uses a transitional period. That's what I can relate it to, because I've been reading a lot of people's testimonies, especially on Threads, and listening to some of the testimonies here on YouTube as well. And what I've been learning is that God uses transitional periods, which you may think it's a permanent situation, or you may think that's the actual thing you're supposed to do, but it's a blessing in disguise, if I may call it. It's like it's preparing you now for your purpose. Like now how Saul went out in search of the donkeys, this was just an in-between for him to meet Samuel, who had been told by God prior, because Samuel was a prophet, had been told, you'll meet a guy tomorrow and you will anoint him as a king because the Israelites have cried and I have to deliver them from the Philistines. So, yeah, there's the testimony that I had was the way another girl was transitioning from her full-time job to ministry, and how in between, like, for her to now leave her 8 to 5 corporate, if I may call it, she had like a gig in between. And then which other story have I had? I've had plenty. Like, God sends you out to a different country and he gives you, like, you're called with a work permit for a certain job, but once you get there, it transitions to something else, or you end up working for this company for like 6 months, but then it doesn't work out until the end. Or they don't pay you, like, just some silly, it may look silly at the end, like when you're looking back, but at that time you might be thinking, this is the only thing I'm meant to do. This is my purpose now, to work in this company. But no, when God has his anointing on you, you'll just be amazed by how he works.